And hi everybody, welcome to today's Mental Monday. This is our last one of 2019. Our last Mental Monday. Anyway, for those who don't know, we are live every single day from now until New Year's Day, right here. I need to put this somewhere more prominent. Okay. Or I just bring the camera down slightly. There we go. There we go. No, that was me to sit back a bit. So, welcome everybody. Say hello in the chat. We're on air for however long you've got questions, really. All the while we have questions, we will be listening to those questions and hearing what you have to say. So, for those who don't know, I am Jake Symons, freelance writer, and I own Stay Swimming. It's my project that I set up back in November, and it's going strong. Haven't got much content on there at the moment. That's obviously going to change in 2019, but we'll be on air for however long you need us. Quick note for those who are recurring: we are no longer streaming live on Instagram because you can't save videos for more than 24 hours, and we haven't really got an audience on there, whereas we do have on here. So it's more beneficial for us to do it on here. So, if you want to ask anything in the chat, feel free, go right ahead. Doesn't matter what it is, mental health related or otherwise. Whatever you want to ask, just stick it right down there in the chat, and I will get to that straight away. So, in the meantime then, today is... So I've just brought up the times here. So Christmas Eve, which is obviously today, we're live between now and 8, or whenever you have questions, we can go longer, shorter, doesn't matter. Christmas Day, tomorrow, is the big one. So tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., we're going to be live. I'll put all these times in the chat. They'll also be on a blog post on the website later, and they'll be on our social media as well. So 7 a.m., we will be live Christmas Day. We'll also be live Christmas Day at 8 p.m. as well. Boxing Day, from Boxing Day to New Year's Day, we're live from 7 to 8, or however long you have questions for. There might be half-hour episodes during the week, maybe. It depends. We'll just see how it goes. But we've got an action-packed week here over the Christmas period, and that's really because Christmas is a difficult time. That goes without saying. But when you're suffering from mental health, all those problems are exacerbated, especially around this time. And that's why I don't know of any other service which has a live stream every single day for not 5 minutes, but for a full hour, half-hour show every single day, especially on Christmas Day. I think that is the only thing that we only do that. That is the only thing that we offer. I worded that wrong, haven't I? Because that makes it sound like we don't offer anything other than that. We are the only service which offers that. There we go. Much better. So, we're right with you through Christmas. I am right here with you through Christmas, and I will be every single day between now and New Year's Day. We can't solve what you're going through. As I've said many times, the website's not about fixing things. We can't fix what you're going through, but we can go the small way in making that easier, and that's why we're here. So, a bit of admin to do. Feel free to say something in the chat. Hi, how are you? I will start off just to confirm that chat is working. I will say... I won't say that. So that's working. So usual admin stuff to get through. It is the end of the normal Mental Mondays. We'll be moving into Mental Christmas. Basically the same name, easily rememberable. So usual admin stuff then. I'll start with the weekly admin stuff and then I will go on to the yearly admin stuff. There will also be a roundup post of all of this on the website, but that might not appear until tomorrow. Yes, I will be working through Christmas Day and every other day as well, because at the end of the day, we have the website, the team, there will be a team at some point, and myself have the power to help you. So we will be using that at every opportunity to do so. So, usual admin stuff then. Several things are happening. The Darkness has will officially launch on Wattpad, but been uploading it throughout the week. It will be officially launching at midnight on New Year's Day. So at start of New Year's Day, as the fireworks are going off, that story will be launched. We will launch all the introductory kind of thanks and the prologue, and then there will be the first chapter. So for those of you who don't know, I don't know how, because I have been talking about this every single YouTube for a month now. And Zach, Lily, both suffering mental health problems, and it's just following their life adventure, really. I mean, it's fictional in the characters are fictional, their circumstances are fictional, everything that surrounds it is fictional. Some of what happens is unlikely, but is needed to make it an engaging story. But everything that is in the book is possible, and most of it is based off of myself or people I know, mostly the latter. So that will be coming out New Year's Day. We also have some more content. We haven't done any blog posts in a while, and that is a shame because I have been writing The Darkness, which is obviously a book and therefore quite lengthy. The average book is 70,000 words. The Darkness is not quite that long yet. So now you know what's happening during Christmas. What we're going to be talking about today, and what I personally wanted to talk about today, is I wanted to talk about well, a number of things. Start with, I want to talk about how I don't want to dwell on it, but I think it's worth talking about how Christmas is a difficult time, and then moving into some more happy things, such as how you can manage Christmas, which is really what I want to be doing today. So that's what I want to be talking about. And I have not scripted any of the YouTubes that I'll be doing from now until New Year's Day. There's a small script in New Year's Day, which just reminds me to say Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, and the Christmas Day, which is just Happy Christmas. But I haven't scripted anything for it, and that's because I think that it's important to go by what you guys put in the comments. And I don't like scripting, because that way you're just tied down. You feel you have to follow it, whereas I'm more kind of just do whatever you guys want to talk about, because at the end of the day, I'm here for you. So if my script is absolutely nothing and not useful, then I shouldn't just carry on using it. So that's why we don't have a script. So what I did want to talk about, though, is how, yes, it's a difficult time. Yes, there is the stresses and the pressures of seeing family, friends, circumstances, especially if you've got anxiety, having to see family members, and especially extended family who might not know you've got mental health problems, they might, because they don't see you on a regular basis, it's normally only for special gatherings such as Christmas. They might not know, and having to, for instance, try and act normal while suffering the other pressures of the day can be difficult. So this is really a chill out space, a place for you to come and vent and talk about that. But that's why we're here with you every day, because Christmas isn't just that day. There's all sorts of things that you'll be doing throughout the week, and that's why we're here. We're here for you at the end of the day, and that's what's important. So what I also wanted to talk about is how there are things you can do to make things easier. Not all doom and gloom. There are small things that you can do just to make a life a little bit easier. For instance, you can actually leave the house and it's cold and it's not snowing, especially not down here in the southeast. London and the southeast don't get much snow over Christmas. We get some here and there, but on the whole, we don't get much. But go out. I mean, managing Christmas and life in general, I always go by the impression is that you know how to manage. Now, I know that's wrong, but if you're looking online for content about how to manage anxiety, you can just Google how to manage anxiety. I'll do it right now. It's a shame I can't stream to you because I'm doing it straight for YouTube. How to manage anxiety. You get results from Mind, NHS, ADDA, Mood Justice, Psychology Today. All brilliant websites. 10 simple tactics to manage anxiety and panic attacks. How to deal with anxiety and worry. Simple steps to help you cope with anxiety. So if you're looking online for tips content, it's all there. And there's no point us just replicating what's already out there, because you could just go to those sources, and the Mind's blog and the NHS blog are obviously more bigger than mine and they've been around a while, and that's why they should be used. But that's why we don't create that kind of content. We're more light-hearted, I want to say, with the content, and I think this is definitely something which we'll be improving on in 2019, and something I do mention in the site review is that we don't just want to regurgitate content from other sites. We don't just want to be like, here are some tips for managing anxiety, tips on managing your workload. We want to provide unique content that's going to help you and make you feel better. So we focus on giving you the content that will feel better rather than telling you how to feel better and getting on with it. So there are still tips posts and there are still things here and there, but it's written in such a way whereas it's not do this, A, B's and C. I don't like that kind of style, especially. And that's what I think's not helpful. Is just being given a list of tips and expected to do them, because normally when you're in a state of anxiety, or say having a panic attack, in the middle of a panic attack, it's unlikely you'll think, right, I'm having a panic attack. Now what do I do? Because obviously you're panicking, so therefore you don't have much rational thought. So there's no point to it. And that's what I think is really important. We want to spend our time getting the help to you in ways which you can utilize best. That's something which we'll also be carrying through. So, does anyone have any questions? Always willing to take a question. I'm a freelance writer as well, so if you want to know anything about writing and the joys of working every single day of the year, do let me know, and I will be happy to tell you what fun my job is, working every single day of the year without fail or a holiday. anyone got any questions? You are a very talkative bunch, aren't you? But then, are we saving all the for Mental Christmas? Because Mental Christmas is the Q&A is going to work a bit differently. You'll see what I mean, but Q&A, well, it's not going to work that differently. It's just that there's more of a designated slot for questions. So I will occasionally break my speech because Mental Christmas, I will obviously Christmas related questions will obviously have more time to them. So each question will have more time rather than just like a quick answer as it is now. But I will still answer quick questions on there. So you'll see what I mean tomorrow or any day you watch Christmas Monday. Can't really call it Christmas Monday. I think I'll just call it Mental Christmas, to be honest. But does anyone have any questions? And I think that's always important, isn't it? When you're in a situation where you need, sorry, apologies. When you're in a situation where you need to seek help, where you need to get out and seek that help, sometimes that can be daunting. Sometimes you don't know how to talk to. And sometimes you don't want to just put in the chat, I have a mental health problem. I'll do that right now. I'll do it like this. And I want anyone watching with a mental health problem to copy what I'm doing. But you can put your username instead. Copy that. Put that in the chat. Anyone with a mental health problem, I want that in the chat. Copy it in. The reason why I put Jake Symons in the brackets is because it looks like it's coming from the admin account. Talking of the admin account will be up live on the website very shortly. It will be there later today or early tomorrow. Anyone with mental health problem, put that in the chat. Yeah, I see. Yeah. See, it's all right if you don't want to put it in the chat, but if you just think it, that's also important. It's valuable. Sometimes we're not open to expressing thoughts. Sometimes we don't want to say how we feel or mean what we say. Sometimes we just say things, and sometimes we don't say things when we should. But when you come here, you should or should not have to say anything. All sides apply. You can say whatever you want, or you can say nothing at all, and both are completely acceptable. Because although I do ask for questions, that's not to press you into giving them to me. That's to provide the opportunity if you say your anxiety prevents you from putting something in the chat. I mean, we all have anxiety. No one wants to put in the chat, I have a mental health problem. You don't want to reveal that side of you, which is already vulnerable, and just show that vulnerability. And we understand that here. So that's why we have a dedicated email address, stayswimming@gmail.com, which you can contact. And you can also DM us privately on any of our social media channels as well. Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, maybe we might get at some point. But anything you want to contact us on, do. We will get the message and we will reply. I dedicate most of my time to writing. I'd say my job is pretty much a 9 to 5 every day. Obviously, there's school, and I talked about this more in my Young Writers Guide about managing school and writing. I manage school because I don't game or go out, which just allows me to write, which is my job. And that works because I enjoy writing, and I think that when you enjoy it, it's not as a stressful activity as if you were just doing it because you needed the money. I'm perfectly happy just writing just because I like writing. So, now have a quick break for questions again, just because we've been a bit thin on the ground, questions related. If anyone does want to ask any questions, then please do put them in the chat. Now is the opportunity to do so. We'll be on air for approximately another 8 minutes. We'll be doing half-hour episodes if there's not many questions, because I'm sure you've all got best things to be doing than watching me if you're not going to ask questions. Although, do stay around and watch me because this content should be valuable and it should help you. And you're always open to suggestions. If you want to disagree with something I say, then please do it. So, I just want to talk about a website I use quickly. The website is in the chat. It's the Mind website. This is an amazing website. I especially like this post. Kind of a post as the posts, but it's for discussing just how to just get on with every day. And I think that as a website, we need to be promoting these great resources more. I mean, the Young Minds, for instance, has a lot of information about Christmas. So, for instance, what do you do if finding Christmas difficult? Looking after your mental health at Christmas, my tricky relationship with food at Christmas, how to handle the pressure of being happy at Christmas. And I think that taking time out, as young minds say, is very important. And I did talk about that earlier when I mentioned going out. Just give yourself some space because Christmas is sometimes so hectic. We have one social event after another. I certainly know that I was out most of the day and I will be out later as well. I will also be out on Christmas morning. Christmas is a very busy time, especially for my work as well, surprisingly. And it can be stressful because you don't give your mind enough time to recover, and sometimes, especially with mental health, it takes longer to process what's going on. So sometimes we need to just step back and think, right, so this is what I've done, this is what I've got to do, but now, right here in the moment, I'm just going to put all that to one side and just focus on recovering from my mental health. And I think that sounds slightly contradictory from the you shouldn't try and focus on getting better, it should come in time. I think that is true as a long-term strategy, but in a short-term sense, getting from day to day, dedicating that time to actually letting yourself figure things out in your mind is beneficial. It will help. And that's also a very positive thing. And we want to just give you all the tips we can. Even though we're not about tips, we seem to end up talking about them. I'm trying to find the link to. I'm trying to find the link to their Christmas. Their Christmas. Young Minds at Christmas. Ah, here we go. Found it. I believe. Here we go. This is the link. So I always find it difficult to navigate the Young Minds website. I don't know why. There is a lot of Christmas-related stuff, and it is a difficult time, and I think that's significantly an underestimated statement, that Christmas is a difficult time. I think what's important, though, is that you don't expect to feel happy over the time as well. I think sometimes we can just think, oh, it's Christmas, I need to be happy. I need to force myself to be happy. You don't have to be happy. Just because it's Christmas and everyone else is doesn't mean you should be as well. Of course, everyone has the right to be happy. Everyone should be happy. But everyone shouldn't be happy all the time. And unfortunately, we can't pick and choose the times when we're happy. It's just a natural thing. Which is why you shouldn't worry if you don't feel okay. Because Christmas is a difficult time. And you're just going to. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. It is a difficult time. And it's just about dealing with that. And that can also be a challenge. So, we're getting close to half an hour now, and no one else has actually asked a question yet. We have been going for half an hour. I would have said you'd have plenty of time to type something in the chat. Disappointing. Obviously, we'll review all our progress during the 2018 to review and the 2019 forward steps plan. But once we release those, we'll obviously discuss how we can increase people asking questions. And it would really help me present a very good case about why the website should still exist if you guys actually participated in that, which would allow me to develop more content that makes you happy. We're here to benefit you. The entire website, the entire thing, the fact I'm dedicating an hour every single day over Christmas to you is because we're here for you. We are here for you. We care about you. You can't stress that strongly enough. Stay Swimming was built to help you. The help is there. So it would be really nice if a lot more people engaged in it. And obviously the viewers that are watching haven't been asking questions. And that is sad because participation is a great way of helping. But when you don't participate, we can't help. And that's why I'm having to shut this live stream at half an hour. Because there are no questions. So there is no point in continuing. And that is sad. But that is just how it goes. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been Jake Symons. If you want to know more about me, visit jakesymons.com. Otherwise, you can go to stayswimming.wordpress.com, which is our official blog, which is Stay Swimming's website. If you want to know more about the recent post, go to stayswimming.wordpress.com. That's blog. where you can view all the recent posts in chronological order. You should be able to read them all through. I don't know why it doesn't do a blog for you to display, but there we go. And if you also need any urgent help, please contact, talk to someone you trust, or contact the emergency services in your country. Either or. I always say in your country, we are watched by many people around the world. Hopefully we have a world reach, but we do want a world reach because everyone in the world has mental health problems, and therefore we want to help them all. So once again, I've been Jake Symons here from Stay Room. I am team leader and owner of the website. Thank you very much for watching this live stream, and have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you all bright and early in 12 hours time. Less than 12 hours time even. 7 a.m. Christmas Day, right here live on YouTube, Mental Monday, YouTube live stream. I hope you all enjoy it. You come to the live stream tomorrow. There are 2 tomorrow. If you can't make the morning one, there is one at 8, between 8 and 9 as well, which you can come. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Jake Symons, and thank you from the team here at Stay Swin and Stay Swin. Thank you.